Okay, so breaking down NIO for you guys today. We're going to go over the technicals and then the fundamentals after. So I haven't looked at this chart before, so just it's the first time. So it did gap earnings, caused it to gap here. We'll just highlight this. So that'll most likely fill, if not the end of today, next week. So price is currently at 444 a share. Market is open. It is Friday. Not sure when you're watching this, but it is Friday today. I just want to zoom out. So this is the daily chart. We have an imbalance way up here, super far away, but it's good to note. Price likes to gravitate towards imbalances, so I can't stress that enough. So, but starting off here, you can see it's kind of creating a bottom, although it did create one here as well, and then it broke. So this can break, but as of right now, it seems to be holding since April, so almost an entire year. It hasn't really went much lower than 360. So if you were looking at, if you were a long-term trader, then it's definitely not a, even just without going deep into analysis, it's not a bad buy. Most likely just based on, at 350, 360 a share, can't go much lower than that. I mean, it can go to zero, but so so first things first, we'll probably fill this gap. It is currently at another daily imbalance right here, and it's really tiny, but let's see here. Right here, technically, it's right at 439. So you can see price come down and now is getting bought up right at 439. So, and then might continue to fill this gap today. But so looking a little bit longer term, let's just see. Let's see the larger time frames here. I mean, it's overall it's pretty bearish, but it does seem to be hitting a bottom. So you can see on this weekly time frame, it broke this weekly swing high, created a new higher high, which can can suggest that it's becoming bullish. So swing low, tiny bit higher swing low, and now another higher swing low. So price could be looking up. Your first kind of basic target would be right around here, around $6. You can just see where price rejected, and then here broke, came back, broke below that. So my immediate thought would be, around $6 a share. So that's the higher time frame. We can see some bullish momentum. Not a ton, but not nothing. So here's this daily gap that I drew. Come on. This daily gap here. But if you go back to the 1 hour, see there's actually a 1 hour here. So that will fill as well. Around $5. So these gaps should fill first. I would consider those to be the best possible trades as of right now, just looking to fill these. And again, it has created somewhat of a bottom around, between $3.50 and $4. So if you're looking for an entry, and again, just these little imbalances too, right? There's a couple 1 hour imbalances here. These are all good targets. These are all, as long as price, as long as it's trending in this direction, then I mean these are good areas to take profits. So so as of right now, I wouldn't buy it yet, but I mean if it came down to here and it got rejected, you can see, look at these imbalances. Take a moment here and just really understand how well price respects rejections and imbalances. And not only so, even price here broke up, comes back down, fills this imbalance, does the same thing here, comes all the way up, oh look, comes back, fills this 1 hour imbalance. It hasn't filled this one. It came very close, right on the line. So ideally, 421 it will fill. So I would wait for it to come down and then look to buy it here as long as it rejects this 1 hour imbalance at around 421. And then, first target would be this gap, second 1 hour imbalance, third 1 hour imbalance, fourth target, this imbalance, And keep in mind, price loves whole numbers. So, $5 on the dot for this gap. Maybe, 450 for this gap. I guess that'd be a little bit low. This gap doesn't really align with any round number, but these ones do. So these would be my targets for a buy entry. And again, I would wait for it to either come down to this area and reject it, or just start creating higher highs and higher lows on any time frame. This is the 1 hour, but I mean, you can always break it down to a lower time frame. And then, so ideally, fill this gap. If it fills this gap, it'll start creating higher highs and higher lows. And then, you're looking for price to keep going up. But as far as long term, I can see on the weekly, we'll go back to that. Like it might be a good buy up to, around this $6 mark, but after that, it's really tough to tell. I wouldn't think of anything longer term just because it is very, very bearish overall. But you can see it has been shifting a little bit. So depends on what kind of time frame of trader you are. But now we'll look at the fundamentals quick. Now that we're done the technicals. So, it's roughly a $10 billion company right now, but they are not profitable. So I don't like to buy any companies that aren't profitable. I mean, that's profitability is your life, right? So if a company can't turn over a profit, then I mean, it's forced to just keep borrowing money, and um, economically, that doesn't make sense to me long term to be a part of. So, um, based on that, wouldn't buy it. But let's just see for a sec. Kind of valuation. Um, revenue $7 billion, but again, look at this net income, terrible. Super not profitable. Never been profitable. So, um, but sometimes people like to buy stocks and assume that they will become profitable. So I guess if that happens, then it would be a good buy. But as of right now, no. Just looking at this, I don't even have to go deep into income statements and quarterlies. Like it's just I guess this part is good because the revenue is growing, but again, net income not good. This year not good. So until they are profitable, I would not buy it. So that's my breakdown on NIO. Hopefully, you guys have a good day. Hopefully, you learned something. Let me know what you think in the comments, your perspective, and what you want me to look at next.